What's going on, everybody? This is Don Vito from Don Talk Media, where I talk about whatever I want, whenever I want. And today I have a very special guest, my homie Nick Meiron.
What's up, man? What's up?
Living the dream, brother. How about yourself?
I'm doing good, bro.
So I found this super interesting. You used to be a rapper.
Yeah. I used to make like rage music, like regalia type of music. If you know, it's like heavy, like piano and like string influence type of stuff. I also used to make pop music too. I went through a whole bunch of different.
You have music. You have music. Just a passion for it.
Yeah, I just honestly, bro, I just love composing. I love just making music. It's I try not to keep myself boxed in on one genre or one sound or style. And I know like people who work with me get so damn frustrated. They're like, "Oh, bro, we were just like, for example, Harry. He's right there right now.
Shout out to Harry. Harry's a great guy.
Shout out Harry the Wizard. But like I used to make a lot of music with him. He used to produce like a lot of my stuff. And when he was doing that, I made this automatic switch to country. And he was like, "Bro, like we just like got your sound down. We just got everything." You know?
Where do you think that came from though? The because like I said, the rage stuff and the country stuff, that's two different spectrums of the world. What made you kind of transition over to that countryside?
Definitely my mom. 100. I'd say
shout out to the moms.
Yeah, shout out mom. Shout out mama. Yeah, I used to she used to play, she's from Oklahoma. I grew up on country music. She would play country music all the time. I hated it growing up, honestly. Like I did not like country music. I think it was more so of like I don't know. I think I kind of like wanted to be different and like the rap music because it was cool and stuff. And I'm not saying I didn't like genuinely like it or didn't have a passion for it, but I kind of ignored like the country roots. I just wanted to be more of a rapper. And then as I got older, my mom like, "Nick, I would love if you made country music." She sent me country music every day trying to get me into it. And then she started sending me Jelly Roll. And once she started sending me Jelly Roll, I was like, you know what? Like, this is hard. I like it. So I started getting Jelly Roll. Yeah, shout out Jelly Roll.
Maybe we'll get you on here one day.
Yeah, for real. So yeah, I just got really inspired, you know?
What was your stage name?
Saucy X.
Saucy X.
Yeah.
Look into the camera and tell people my name used to be Saucy X.
My name used to be Saucy X.
Now we're Nick Meiron.
Nick Meiron.
I think I like Nick Meiron a lot better.
Yeah?
I think so too.
Yeah, I think it's definitely more, the reason why I wanted to go by Nick Meiron is because it's more personal, you know? And I feel like it's a little bit more mature too. Like Saucy X, the main reason why I switched my names too is because throughout high school and middle school, that was my name, was Saucy X. I was always Sauce God, Saucy X, something with sauce. And it was just like, after a while, I kind of felt disconnected because I was like, you know, I'm growing, I'm maturing. Like, I don't want to have a stage name or put a mask over it. I want to present my full self, you know? And I considered making my new stage name just Meiron because it's my last name. And I was like, you know what? Like, I'm just going to come fully transparent, Nick Meiron. I'm the same on and off the screen or behind or not behind the mic, you know?
Did you grow up here in Orlando? Or?
No. I was born in Arizona. I lived in California for a few years in Palm Springs. Then I moved to the Florida Keys when I was about like 4 or 5. I lived there for about 7, 8 years. And then I moved to Miami and I kind of grew up in Miami.
Do you think from the places that you were living, do you think some of those influences bleed into your music?
From where I was living, like the Keys and...
Like, do you think like maybe like your love from rap was in like when you were in Miami, and then like your country roots from like Arizona and stuff like that? Do you think that might have played a part in it?
The country roots definitely just my mom, just like where she grew up, and she always played country music, damn near nothing else. I wouldn't say I got necessarily inspired from where I lived because I've always been into different sounds. Like I was into the Toronto sound for a while, like Nav, The Weeknd, Tory Lanez. Shout out all of them, obviously. So yeah, I wouldn't say I took inspiration from where I'm from necessarily.
Okay, fair enough. Who has influenced you musically as far as this country generation? Like you brought up Jelly Roll before. Is there anybody else that you think really inspired this new sound that you're going for?
Yeah, absolutely. Highwaymen, which is like Willie Nelson, Johnny Cash, Waylon Jennings, Chris Christopherson. They're great singers, great artists. obviously R.I.P. most of them. Willie Nelson's still alive and kicking, so that's great. That's awesome.
No, for real, shout out to Willie Nelson.
Yeah, shout out Willie Nelson. That's
I don't
crazy.
smoke, but if I were to, it would be with Willie Nelson.
Yeah, bro, he's like 92 years old. That's crazy,
Yeah.
bro. That is crazy, actually. But yeah, Highwaymen, Jelly Roll. I love Treaty Oak Revival. They've been a huge kind of. I would say they've been an inspiration from the new country stuff. It's weird, bro. I really liked. I really liked country music in the 90s and 80s. Oh, Keith Whitley too. Keith Whitley. But I really liked country music in the 90s and 80s. But from like the 2000s to like 2020, I didn't necessarily like that sound. I'm not trying to, you know.
What sound did you not like from this new wave of the country, from the old stuff?
I don't want to like. I don't want to shit on anyone, to put it very bluntly. I don't want to shit on anyone for the music they were making, but I never really
If you make shitty music, then fuck you.
But I feel like there was a generic kind of sound, and there was really, for a while, there wasn't much soul in country music. It was all like pop bangers.
I think they call it bro country or something like that.
Did they? Like,
yeah, I think that's the term. It's called bro country, where it's like it's a lot of just like, you know, a lot of like trap beats. It's a lot of auto tune. You got country singers doing the auto tune now, which, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I like some of it, but I understand as someone that's like a hip hop novice, that, you know, they're like, oh, this isn't that real country. You know how people are like, this isn't that real hip hop. So,
yeah, for sure.
So, but I think you found a great balance striking that old country feel with this new modern sound. And speaking of that, you just put out an EP.
Yes, sir.
What's that EP called, my brother?
We All Die One Day.
We All Die One Day. Why that name?
Because we all die one day.
Because it sounded cool?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like, I guess to put it more intricately, like, it's just really about living your life the way you want to, not worried about I wouldn't say consequences, but judgment, and just live life how you want, live life free. And that was kind of a part of, honestly, making the transition, was just like, we all die one day. It was a really hard decision to go from making straight rap music to like country inspired rap music. But I think that project title kind of was like, pushed me to be like, why not do it? If I feel like it's right in the moment, I'll do it, because, you know, we all die one day. Might as well give it a shot or try, you know. You're
producing a lot of your own music now. Is that what I understand?
Yeah. I have been a lot more into producing the past like half year.
How is that compared to songwriting? Because you write your own music too, correct?
Yeah, yes sir.
So do you say you enjoy producing more? Do you enjoy the performing more? Do you enjoy the writing process? Like, what's your favorite part about making music?
I go through phases, bro. For a while, it was recording. Right now, it's definitely producing, just because I'm more getting into it more. You know, I'm starting to learn the complexity of producing. So I'm like, damn, this is really interesting. Since I feel like there's a lot more room to grow in producing right now, as far as where I stand. So I'd say right now I enjoy producing a lot more than recording. Because of that, I just, there's a lot more room to grow. There's a lot more to learn in it. So I'm kind of diving in and exploring everything. There's so much stuff I can do. And I think that is what gives me, I wouldn't say full control, because I still work with a lot of people. You know, my friend Adam Ellis, shout out to him. He's an amazing guitarist. I get a lot of guitar loops from him. I talked about Harry, the Wizard. He produces a lot, like does a lot of instrumental with me too. So I really try to dive in and take full control, with leaning on help from where I need it, you know, and really get my full sound the way I want it to sound with the producing.
That's great, man.